talking about a bit of more releasing the old contract, the negativity, and open up for abundance, and a bit of more introducing something new been receiving recently, the diamond crystal light body for manifestation and for abundance and for clearing the old. Going live right now. 1, 2, 3. Heart greeting everyone. Just repeat.
Good evening guys, good evening everyone, and welcome in the Ascension platform for the session, the Monday session.
Yes.
So if you have been following us the last couple of days and week now, we are working on the negative soul contract
Releasing all the old contract, all the fears based,
to manifest abundance, to embed the frequency of abundance and prosperity and manifestation of your excitement, of your soul mission, your core mission. So we will keep on working and doing the release, the integration today. So we will work consciously. I'll talk a little bit about the contract release. If you have watched already the webinar, it's fine. It's going to be not a replay, but another angle as well of understanding it and to prepare you for the next webinar next week. And we will start after that with the meditation, which will be the heart resonance 5D manifestation.
with introducing something new.
Yes,
We've been talking about it for a while, but now it's becoming stronger and becoming more clearer.
Yeah, more
the
precise.
diamond,
The keys,
crystal,
the codes
light
are
body.
here. Yes, so to activate.
We know it in our consciousness. If you tap into the diamond shape crystal light body, we know that we have geometric shape power for manifestation, and it's available right now for the humanity, I would say,
Exactly.
to release old and empower the new.
So when this will be opened and you will be in it, then we will start opening more frequencies and start on the manifestation and abundance, and giving you more key codes, more light codes through it. So if you would like to join, it's online, so the link will be somewhere above or below the video. And after we'll go in a more meditative state after the energy practice and opening the vortex and your prana tube and your Merkaba as well. And then we'll go in a meditative state to anchor with affirmation and to integrate your state of your new state of beingness or new frequencies as well. So that will be for today's session.
Yes. Something coming also very strongly recently, because we were talking about timeline split in a way that we need to value our choices more and more right now. It's a more critical, and we know that it's important. If you want to actually bring your abundance, bring your happiness, bring your well-being, you need to release a lot of kind of fears we agreed on, and some of the belief system that's still available in many layers in our consciousness and in the physical and around us, that tell us life is suffering. We have to do very hard things to reach something, where we know that by tapping into the heart, by tapping to those awakening aspect, the ascension, realization and expansion, we are divine being. We can bring a light code and very strong presence, like beyond the law of attraction, if you understand law of attraction, where we can attract the most beautiful high potential available in our life while we are enjoying life instead of suffering in life to achieve. And the achievement become just beingness, just flow. You become more flow in life, and you find yourself, you are manifesting your heart desire purely with yourself and with the environment. We talk about a lot of harmony, bringing harmony. And those light codes will remind us before we join. We talk about this in the release of the negative contract. Before we join those experiments of giving our power, because we wanted to test ourselves, we were always in abundance with Mother Earth. Mother Earth always has a lot of resources to give abundance, prosperity, health, all what it's our gift, our birthright as divine being. But the moment we have to release the fears and recall that divinity within us, recall those energy, those life force, that is our own right, birthright, to be honest. We just need to remember and release the fears. So we're going to work on this, and of course we are receiving from our guides a little bit of work with some of Ascended Master and Archangels, and a little bit of specific light code that we somehow, if you allow yourself to, to say to yourself, I will remember, I will allow myself to go through those light code, and I will trust myself, trust the universe. You find yourself, you know them, and they were anciently known to us, we just forgot them. And then you find yourself, those valuing choices through our life bring you closer to bring your abundance back, your gift back, bring you back to your state as a child of divine being, co-creator. We are always co-creating with the universe. Our vibration determine what we are co-creating, what we are manifesting in our life, and we need to remember and release those fears and bring this light code that's our birthright, to be honest. So one of them is called the diamond crystal light body. The moment you go with the journey, you will remember it. You'll find yourself receiving a lot of geometric shape, alchemist power, like we call them alchemist power. If you tap into it, you will remember that in our heart, in our consciousness, we were always alchemists in that sense. Our imagination is the most powerful tool of creation. We create when we imagine. That's how we direct ourselves. Now we bring the power through that imagination with our light body, with our consciousness expansion, with the universe to co-create. We always co-create, but if we tap into that fears and forgottenness that we cannot, we don't have power, you co-create chaos. You co-create autopilot that someone else directing, not you. And of course, when you are tapping into the heart, you sit in the seat of everything goes in harmony. We don't need suffering. We're going to release learnings through suffering. We've been suffering for many eons. If we remember, we don't need to learn through this. And many examples of the schools, for example, in the old days, they thought that the only way is to hit the children, give them punishment to learn. And they realized that it's not really a good way to learn. It's actually the most unproductive way to learn. And they start teaching the children in the school of learning through creativity, learning through happiness, learning through joy. And they find it that more productive, and everyone loves it. And that's our essence. We co-create and learn through life. We still need to learn and grow, but through joy, through happiness, through our birthright. We are divine beings, through remembering that essence. And the light code that's available for us from the earth, the life force, the resource of the earth. We've been channeling this many times for whoever join us. The sun, we can tap into the sun energy, we can tap into universal energy, we can tap into multidimensional self energy and get the wisdom, get the remembering, and those are birthright. But we need to allow ourselves to flow with it. Allow ourselves to say, okay, I'm going to remember, I'm going to allow myself to regain my divine power, my energy power, my light body power. And you find yourself stepping into it. It's becoming stronger right now, those understanding. That's why we're going to release as much as we can. So we open the veil of the block, and you will, if you allow yourself further and further with the practice, with the allowing, you find your third eye open, and you can see yourself in the multi-dimension. You can see yourself working with those light code. You can see yourself floating inside a light body. You realize that you have multi-dimensional energy, and you can tap into it and bring your alchemist power back for your manifestation. Something I would call beyond the law of attraction, the high frequency manifestation, which is more harmonious instead of I'm gaining only. No, you create the highest best of your heart desire while you are still aligning with other, and the whole reality goes in alignment. It's even better than just you are gaining, where the whole reality is still in conflict, and you find yourself, you're still part of reality. You need to shift yourself with the reality. So bringing that love, that calling, shift the time. That's what we call ascension. Ascension is not only individual, it's a collective, increasing frequency, bringing the remembering, bringing the manifestation. We call it 5D manifestation, which is harmony, bringing something we call, or we know divine love, divine will, divine wisdom, harmony and unity consciousness. If you tap into those understanding, you find them. They are natural to our consciousness. If you are a bit of spiritual and allow yourself to tap into your heart, you find you know them. We yearn to them. We've been forgetting those aspects and those power. We gave our power and it's time to regain it. For our best, for all of us, for even our financial system, for if you are suffering in your life in a certain way and you feel stress in a certain way, at that moment you understand your belief system or your energy allowing that, but don't buy into that is the only way, this is how, like don't buy into that and say I'm going to shift, I'll keep shifting, I'll keep sending. We have the many examples, our students have many examples how we shift. I always give many examples about my client, when I used to work with the big client, and they have all the stress, and whenever I go there, I don't buy into the stress, and I bring my light and my centeredness and shift the time, and everything goes, and they are always happy to have me in the office, and everything goes in less stressful, more harmonic. So don't buy into the stress. Yes, at that moment maybe still available because your belief system haven't picked up to center yourself and bring your awareness and shift the timelines and bring your manifestation power beyond the law of attraction. But don't buy into it. Say, I'm going to shift, I'm going to keep shifting. And today we're going to work on more alchemist power with the Ascended Master, many star family, Earth and the Sun, to burn and cut all the fears based and negative contract agreement. You have to release them first because you agree on them on the background. They are available. Yeah, life is suffering. Yeah, I agree on this. We have to release those. And we have the webinar. If you go through our page,
so
you'll
obviously
find the
it's
webinar.
agreed on an unconscious level and from also past lives. Okay,
Yes.
so
But
it's not something we say
yeah.
I want suffering. Well, somehow some people or some people will or souls will ask for it, but it's not something that you have consciously asked. Okay, so it's in your cellular level. It's programmed. It's built there. So it's the primitive mind that is gathering those information that are purely unconscious. And
unconsciously
it's
still
below the
agreeing
subconscious.
on it. There is some agreement already still there, even if you say I don't
Agreement
want, but
with your
background's
soul
happening.
family as well, agreement as a soul, agreement with your oversoul as well. So all of this is I'm going to step up, and through me I'm going to assist my higher selves, my oversouls, my soul family to release those contracts. So when you work on yourself, you also uplift around you, and around you there are your soul families, part of your higher selves, and you are bringing everyone and shifted up that benefit back to you. Of course, it's always like a flow of giving and receiving. Also, it's learning and teaching, and then teaching and learning. So it's always working in an organic flow that is never blocked. Everything is energy, everything is flowing back to abundance as well. Abundance is energy, so abundance goes for everything. It's not only financial, it's relationship,
Everything,
love,
everything
it
should
will
go in
be
harmony.
excitement, passion, it will be anything that you feel like abundance is missing in your life. For example, there are many areas.
Flow.
So it's only a flow, nothing belongs to you, nothing is permanent, nothing remains stuck, otherwise it creates blockages, it creates lacks, or it creates a congestion. So it's how it flows freely, come in and come out, and the more we open up, the more we're able to receive that abundant flow of energy in and out. So I say in and out because I focus on the heart here, but it's how it flows in and out in your prana tube, in your heart space, in your Merkaba, in your light body, where the more you rise in frequency, the more you're able to sustain as well. So you can sustain this frequency in and out in a perfect flow, in an infinite and eternal flow. Okay, so everything is energy, everything is frequencies. Now, if there are some areas that in your life that are not feeling balance, it means that there's a lack of flow. And it's how we can re-embed or reintegrate those frequencies so it become abundant flow of whatever you are choosing.
Yes. So
or asking for.
Even if you are watching us and you are not joining, still we invite you. We invite you in this way. we invite you to say to yourself, even if I still don't remember fully, even if I still don't understand exactly what they are talking about, like where is my power, I don't see it, we've been stuck. We invite you to just relax and say, I understand my environment is still not reflecting that flow, that abundance, that beingness of light that I am. But I allow myself and the universe to call. Show me sign, remind me, I'm open to remember. And let your environment, let your higher self, let your guides, let the earth, let the whole universe start little by little showing you sign, and follow that sign. Follow those signs where you go and learn, remember, meditate, connect, and you find yourself, right now it's much available, the veil is much thinner. Meditate on the morning, find some guides, read about it, and you find yourself step by step, the more you allow yourself, the more you keep not buying into the fear, because fears will keep you low, will keep you stuck, will keep you blocked from your abundance. Not buy into the fears and keep saying, I call my love within me, I still release all those fears, I allow the universe to show me, remind me.
I love and accept myself.
And then you find yourself, you've been shown sign, and you see yourself connected with guide, and maybe articles, maybe meditation, maybe some book, something will guide you. Because when we checked with our guide, lot of people now teaching the same thing, which is empowering you guys. We can do it. So just do your part, and then maybe it's not very fast because you've been dropped or there is a lot of fears and so on, but slowly and surely you'll find yourself it's increasing, awaken, many remembering happening. Or maybe you will join us, or maybe watch the webinar that I have. It's a free webinar that will stay available on our platform. You find yourself, you release a lot of fears, and your light code and your empowerment and your remembering start coming back, and your manifestation starts flowing, and you start remembering that you've been buy into fears, you've been buy into lack. You thought that this is life, and then you remember that it was just an experiment to test ourselves. We all testing ourselves to see how we value our choices. Would we choose love, or would we choose fears? Would we choose empowerment, or would we choose disempowerment? Would we choose harmony together or not? This is what we are testing, every soul doing that. So we invite you to allow it. Start to follow some sign. Join us, join others, watch the free webinar, call, talk to the universe, talk to the earth, talk to your heart, and see what comes to you. Alright, I think that's a good intro talk to you guys. We have a lot of examples, a lot of links, and we are doing more free webinars, and we are doing intensive on Saturday. If you want to taste or experience in many levels super powerful vortex of energy and your star family and the earth and the connection, you can join us. You can listen to a couple of our talks on empowerment. We also recommend the free webinar where I talk very deeply, and I have very powerful meditation to release those fears. It's the first step to release the fears, because the fears will block. You have to release the fears and then start receiving. Much love to you. Follow, join, share with people. We're doing it together. We are divine being. We are all of us. We're working, doing it together. Harmony and light and awakening to everyone. Much love to you.